dúpẹ́ àlàáfíà o. Mo dúpẹ́ àlàáfíà. Mo dúpẹ́ rírí jẹ. Mo dúpẹ́ pọ́pọ́ orí jẹ. Mo dúpẹ́ pọ́pọ́ orí mu. Mo dúpẹ́ rẹ̀ sọ́lọ́ nàlá o. Ọlọ́run tó bá fi mí lẹ̀ rárá o, jẹ́ màrá pẹ́lá o. Àláwọ̀ pẹ́tipátí bábọ̀ bàbá Adébáyọ̀ o. Bàbá náírà ní ìrìnàjò ní. Ìbárajú àti ìrìnàjò tẹ́.
So good morning, my name is Funke Bokno-Brute. I'm the founder of Zafar Events.
So your view about PAMCOM so far?
My view about PAMCOM, I believe very strongly in associations. I believe strongly in people coming together to elevate, to grow together, to be able to learn from each other. And that's what PAMCOM is doing today. So I'm very, very happy. I'm glad to be a part of it, and I just can't wait to see them grow from leaps and bounds.
There are people there ready and waiting to learn from you. What should we be expecting from you today?
I mean, the theme is talking about economic empowerment, strategies for event professionals, talking about how we can make more money, basically. How can we just, grow economically in our business. So what I'm going to be talking about or sharing with everyone today is just how we can diversify, how we can just do more with even the little we have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You do funerals too? You don't MC funerals? MC funerals, no, as MCs, once we MC funerals, once you start, you just go live band, you carry on, you have to collect your money. It's just an intro, no? Moving on, one more to go. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Brand name?
I'm sorry, I don't know our brand name for now, but my name is Toy.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we say it up, please?
Sorry,
okay.
One more thing to go.
Okay.
You didn't ask me how I knew about the PAMCOM.
I have actually shown it up and down, but if you want me to, who am I? How do you?
I would like to talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, I heard about PAMCOM through MC Dre. MC Dre.
Okay.
Yes, I actually am training under him. He has been a very good facilitator. He has been a very good teacher. I have been trained with him in less than 3 months. And what I really learned as in I can't even quantify it. And he has been so teachable. Every event we attend together, I have been learning a lot from him. In fact, he was the one that taught me how to handle the mic. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. So while you yourself, you're also selling your teacher. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, we can't take everybody, but at the same time, we'll still give room for more networking. Can we all celebrate our please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, my guys at the top said we should do 2 more to the left. That there are some beautiful ladies, beautiful faces on the left. DJ. Thank you. As you were doing like this, I was doing like this. So give her the mic. So we are in the same shoes. Yes, feel free to introduce yourself. How did you hear about PAMCOM?
I got to know PAMCOM from my mom, and it was just yesterday. I'll be on Sunday.
Wow. Is your mom here? She is here. Where's your mom? Mommy, where are you? Wonderful. Please put your hands together for her. You know I don't do transfers on Tuesdays. Well, it's just my bank settings, that's why. Mommy, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. So, over to you, ma. Lip boss, right?
Lip boss.
Okay. Who is the person seated on your left?
Anthony Mopelola.
A brand name?
Taste Wise Food and Beverages.
Okay. Have you gotten a phone number?
No, but I will.
Okay. Another room to exchange complimentary cards, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just get names, get the right numbers so that you don't have to be searching and searching again. That who is this person? I can't remember. So moving on, MC Dre. Thank you very much. Please have a seat. DJ. Yes, ma'am. Your name, ma'am?
My name is Mrs. Temitope Omolara Fashomi.
Okay, your brand name, ma'am?
Celebration Time Services.
Celebration, mama.
This is Shepherd. This is Shepherd Mode.
A brand name?
An entrepreneur. Yes.
A brand name. Okay, now the person in between the both of you.
Mrs. Turayo.
Okay, the brand name. The brand name. Yeah, collect it for ma. Sell yourself, ma.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so pleased to be here this morning, and I pray that the Almighty will take this brand higher in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Yes, like I rightly told, I was just like not quite long, just like 2 minutes ago. I just said, "Man, what's the name, please?" You might be called upon. Before I knew it, the mic was passed by. I'm a seasoned civil servant and an entrepreneur. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yeah. Your brand name, ma. Okay, I understand now. Okay. Entrepreneur, civil servant. Okay. One more. But not retired.
No, that's
still in service.
Yes.
So that I know who to call when I have still in active service. I know. I don't want to. Don't let. One more. MCJ, you have something in mind. See, I just do one more. Oh, you brought your neighbor. Okay, one more, last one. DJ. Okay. He said he has the mic. Sell yourself, sir.
Daniel Oluwatimileyin, known as MC Kiza, all the way from Ibadan.
Ibadan people, they are always intentional about their introduction.
Very, very important.
Okay, old member.
Most likely.
all these MCs, they got school. Are you a member or a new member?
I'm a member.
Okay, you remember.
Existing member.
Yes. Wow.
Okay, existing member. That means a returning member.
Something like that.
Us, moving on with us, right?
Definitely.
Okay, sir. Since you are an old member, please can you tell us four brands that you know under PAMCOM?
Honey Balls.
Okay.
Ilabe.
Okay.
Latitude Events.
Okay.
Glamorous.
Okay.
MC Dre.
Okay.
Timos Events.
Okay.
Can I keep going?
Thank you. I said you mentioned 4. You mentioned 6. That's number 1. The number 2 is mention 2 you've worked with.
Honey Balls.
Okay. And
Wait, Malo.
who say wait? Me, have I not referred you before?
Yes. CMO. Stylo, yes.
So you're waiting for me to introduce myself?
No, not really.
Not really. So how has it been being a member?
Let me say it's been a wonderful experience. Like working with any panel members has been very, very, very easy because we like watch each other's back. We definitely want everyone to succeed in this. in this association. And I'm saying yes, this is the place we want to be.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please can we jam our hands together for MC? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to be having one of our speakers, but before that time, we'd like you to get from FPZ.
Thank you, TMO. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take our first talk for this event, PAMCOM 4.0. The person that will take our first talk, she's an award-winning international. She sits at the helm of affairs as the managing director of BZB Events, a leading destination event management company based in Lagos, Nigeria. BZB Events expertise lies in curating bespoke destination events, from weddings to milestone celebrations, to meetings, conferences, exhibitions, etc. The brand has stood to be a force to be reckoned with in the Nigerian event industry, having successfully planned and managed several high-profile events for over 15 years. If you want to celebrate her, please put us in there. It prides itself on the unrivaled personal event services it provides to its clientele. When BC is not planning an event, she's traveling and exploring the beautiful cities in the world. BC has represented Nigeria as well as Africa in numerous wedding conferences and leadership retreats, one of which was an all-expense-paid trip to Abu Dhabi wedding show held in September 2023, an initiative of Abu Dhabi Convention and Exhibition Bureau. In January 2023, BC led a team of 20 Nigerian destination wedding planners to an all-expense-paid trip to the Dubai Global Wedding Excellence Retreat, GWE, an initiative of the Dubai Economy and Tourism. BC's Shotunde has clinched several awards to our name for our impact and contribution to the growth and of the wedding industry, such as Event Planner of the Year 2023, Top 30 Female Leaders who have shaped the Nigerian event industry, among other international recognition. BC is the convener of BZBO Event Center Summit, one of Africa's largest conference established since 2017, to foster some sound entrepreneurial practices among event professionals. She leads a thriving community that promotes collaborations, network, and business support. This community has an active membership of over 350 event professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing the first talk to PAMCOM 4.0, let's make a welcome to the creative director of BZB Event, BC Shotunde.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Good morning, everybody. I like the energy in the room. I must say that I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be sharing my wealth of knowledge and experience. I'm happy to take questions. I'm happy to also take from my personal experience. The topic that I was given, collaborations, partnerships, and a whole lot is more about my person, my business, my community. They mentioned about the community that I run, and I'll be taking some case studies from that question. But I'm happy to be here. Please, let's give ourselves a round of applause. I have a slide, okay? But before I go straight into the topic for today, I'm going to go around and ask some questions. Please permit me, I'm a teacher. I teach on events, so I like to interact. If we have an additional microphone, you can please just help me out. Maybe the questions can go around. So first and foremost, how many of us are current members of PAMAN? I know the MC asked before, but now for my session, because there are some things I want to draw out from this topic. How many people are existing members of PAMAN? Okay. Registered members. I know some people register after today's conference, but how many are existing right now? Okay, we have some numbers here. This place is called I want to register. I want to be by. I want to okay. How many people will register to be a member after this conference? You're already considering it. You like the energy, you like the vibes, you like that. Okay, that's good. So those people that raise their hand, please help me share the mic. Let me see. Where are the, oh yeah, I'm going to ask questions. So just yes, let's give to the man of glasses, sir. You've been a member of the association for how long now? Please introduce yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Adela Chawakiri.
Okay, what
I represent Iron Shield Security.
Okay. How long have you been a member?
A few months now.
Few months.
Yes.
Since you joined the association, how best have you leveraged on the group? Like, since you joined, what have you done? Have you just share with me, you personally as a brand on that?
Just interaction and introducing myself to some of the members of the group.
Okay. Have you entered the DM of anybody?
Not yet. Not yet.
Do you get to talk on the group?
Yes, I do. I do sometimes.
You do sometimes. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How are you monitoring spirits in that association group? Please raise up. Esotoros, say the truth and shame the devil. Oh yeah, no, it's okay. How many people are silent members? Where are the escorts? Where is president? Oh yeah, Ebamema fish jade. I want to see them. Oh yeah, if you are a silent member, at that moment join the association. What here? Go PIM. What here? Go talk less of PIM. Oh yeah, no one is okay. Sorry that I have to fuse in Yoruba, but I'm just trying to drive home a message today. Oh yeah, nobody's raising up, so they are not silent. CMO, you know, silent member. Oh yeah, explain to us what you do now. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Fuke Bisaidala. I'm Fuki Jobs.
Okay.
I can never be a silent member.
Mommy is not a silent member. Okay, you know what?
Yes,
give the mic to somebody that you know. Silent member. One association of silent members. One monitor. One active. One already group. Everybody know. Oh yeah, let us see your faces. Cameraman, shift. Let us see the faces.
Okay, yes.
Oh yeah, Mama, let's appreciate her. Let's appreciate her. Oh yeah, please stand up. Please, may we know your name?
My name is Odette Bengola.
Okay.
I'm from Event Services.
Okay. Can you tell us why you are silent on the PAMCOM group? Say the truth and shame the devil.
I'm not silent.
You are not silent. How many people know that she's a member of that group? On the WhatsApp group? If not, that now we're doing conference. How many people know?
Only outdoor events.
Only outdoor events. Please, from today, by the power vested in me as a speaker for this conference, no more silent member. Who is going to be our accountability partner on that? PMO. We want somebody to contribute on this, just tag her. She's going to come in 2 parts. Your role for members of the association, what is your duty? What are you doing to give back? And then for others seated in the hall that are not yet in the association, how are you helping others? Sometime in September, APOEM, I'm sure we know of APOEM, Association of Party Organizers, gave me an award called the Trailblazer Award. And when they were reading the write-up, they said that BC is known for supporting and helping event professionals. I've been doing event for 15 years. Out of that 15 years, I've been running BCB Academy, my training for 14 years, and we have graduated over 2,600 event professionals, both home and abroad. What does it tell? It says that as BC is growing in the ladder, she's also dragging people along. So when you hear BC or you hear BC Shotunde, it is not because I have a king maker or a connection somewhere that made me rise to the top. It is because as I'm growing, I'm also helping people to grow. I am lifting them up. When there's opportunity, I say, there's an opportunity. Oh yeah, you go and take it. Or there's a this. come and join me, let's do it together. That is the mindset. They call it the growth mindset, the empowerment mindset. I like this topic that I was given to take on because it speaks about my life. And I put together a slide, but I still put some questions. So I don't know if I'm going to use a lot of the slide, but you need to leave here today with that mindset that as I'm growing, I need to also grow. I need to also carry people along. Don't say, it cannot take you anywhere. You cannot be successful. And you know that song by Ashake, Lonely at the Top. It is lonely. You cannot be the only king in the area. Raise more people so that tomorrow, Tisha, you go back swear, there should be people that would step in. And that is where sustainability plan comes in. And that is where partnerships comes in, collaborations come in. You cannot just be growing alone. And like they say, the sky is big enough for everyone. So you cannot just be shining and others are looking at you. In fact, they say in a family, if it's only one person that is successful in that family, it's not good because everybody is trying to pull you down. Uncle Efumilowo, Auntie Eshele, only you. But when you have 3-4 of you people that are almost of the same status, it helps a lot. So let's go to the next. Okay, what exactly are the benefits of partnerships? I think what I'll do is to go straight to my case study because that would help me explain better. But let's just go back. Let's just look at the key benefits of strategic partnership. Number one is increased creativity and innovation. You can't do it all. Right now, I'm here taking a class. I have a job in a hotel now throughout this week. And I have done it in a way that I have collaborated with a team, both my staff and an external team, where they are handling it. When I leave here now, I'm going to a hotel to see what has been done. But there's brainstorming that leads to unique, you can't know it all. And there's some things that you are strong as. There are some things that, like for me now, event planning is my core. Wake me up is event planning. Training is also my core. Public speaking, mentoring. You see decorations. I have a company called Dolota by BZB that is decorations. But if I'm going to make a pick between planning and decor, I'll pick planning. So what did I do? I have a staff, I have a team that has interest in decorations. I made her go for trainings. When she went for training, she came back to train others. And I gave her that department to say, you know what, manage this company. So anything decorations, they are the ones that handle it. Right now, she's on leave, she's on maternity leave. But the other people that she has trained and groomed within the company are the ones handling it. So right now, the job we have in a hotel is a corporate event, but it's decorations. But see me here, I'm taking a session. I don't have to be bothering my head to say, have you people set the flower? Have they done the stage? Is the screen working? Because there is a team handling that aspect. So when you are growing, you must begin to think of sustainability for your business. Even when you are coming for conference, it is also advisable to pay for one of your staff. So when you go back home, when you go back to the office, you will sit there and say, what did we learn at this conference? Oh yeah, all my staff, all my pro, if it is, whether it's part-time, whether it's full-time, these are the things that we have learned. And these are the things we want to implement from now on. It is important. There is no waste to training. Why do we always have that challenge in the event industry? Because they just want to stick to. It's because the vendor that they are using has the same mindset or tastes or packaging or pricing. I went for a bidding last week. I do a lot of corporate events, so conference, end of year parties, and when I went last week, they said, who mentioned the vendors that you use? So mention the vendors. Immediately they are going on Instagram to search them. So they asked me, mention Ketra. They mentioned, they checked her page. Okay, who else again? They checked. Mention MC. As I'm calling them, they are saying, thank God that for every vendor that I call, their page on Instagram, Owakpa. Do you understand? Then they had testimonial. Now, what I'm trying to say is that if I was not proud of my vendors, it would be a problem, because they'll say, how can you call yourself a top event planner and the vendors you are using, they could match up? It would, if I had lost a job few years ago where the MC I recommended had just 1,000 followers, and the bride, it was a wedding, she said, and you know again, this social media thing, why should you be using a MC that is 1,000 followers? That means that the guy is not good. That the good MCs have 10,000, 15,000 followers. And she had given me my own event planning fee. She had to ask for a refund, that she could not work with me because she felt the vendor that I'm bringing are not really up. And I was like, this guy is good. So that's for that client. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to intentionally put in the works so that you can attract the right kind of partnerships that you want for your brand. Also note that there are some people that they have the kind of event they want to do. So even if they don't call you or bring you on their jobs, you can't take offense. You can't say, you want to recommend. This job that I'm doing in a court, and I've been doing it for the last 7 years, it was a bouncer that recommended me to that organization, and 7 years down the line, who would have thought that a bouncer would recommend? Maybe it's me that's supposed to recommend. So when you're thinking of partnerships, when you're thinking of collaborations, when you're thinking of job referrals or growth, anybody can recommend you, anybody, but you must be ready to put in the works. Let's go to the next slide. So I'll just quickly give case study of my community. So when they mentioned my profile, they mentioned that I run a community of over 350 event professionals. It's called the Well-Watered Garden Tribe. It's not an association, but it's a community where it's tied to my summit. So I do a conference every year, BZB Summit, and for everyone that attends that summit, you then automatically become a part of that community. Now, the community is majorly for support. Okay, everything we have learned, you know, when you go for training, when they say, let's all be together in a WhatsApp group, let us support one another, let us go for trainings, let us help each other. And this community in the last 7-8 years has now evolved than just a WhatsApp group. So we do parties, we travel out for trainings, we go for conferences. This one is doing birthday, this one is doing naming, and all of these things. But I'll just pick out a few things from the collaboration that has existed in the community, and I want us to take it as learning points. Like I said, you must be intentional. You must be ready to also add value. You must be ready to also contribute to the growth of the group you belong to or wherever you find yourself. Now, one thing about the community is that for every time we do the BZB Summit, the members contribute their own quota through, as members of the committee, you have them sponsoring with their products or their services. We even engage their services. So from the caterer to the drinks, to the MC, to the DJ, these are real life examples of collaboration where you bring your quota, contribute your own quota to the growth of the program or to the growth of the community or whatever it is, and in return people also get to see what you're doing. And we've had so many testimonials of people to say, oh, when I registered for the conference and I attended and somebody tasted my food, immediately gave me her card and said, oh, I want to give you a job. Don't see how can I grow this association, or what can I do to be of value when you are not in any association. So let's assume right now we have some people that are not yet in PAMCOM, or you don't belong to any association or any community. Then you must start thinking, how can I be a part of a community? How can I also grow? How can I be seen? You know, they say that the Holy Book says something about 2 will chase 1,000 and 10 will chase 10,000. So when you are running your race, there's something I put on my WhatsApp yesterday, that if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, you go alone. And she's the one. But if you want to go far, you go with the right people. So the question is, who is in your circle? Who is in your network? Who are the people that when they see you, they will know that, okay, you know, like when she mentioned that, Babette mentioned that she met Connie Balls, I think maybe through rentals or this thing. Yeah, lodger, Babette is a businesswoman, you know, and let's assume they take a picture together. Of course, anybody who sees a picture of Babette and would even automatically think that maybe she's in Paman, or maybe Paman, the president is patronizing her, or all that. But what I'm trying to say is that there is also power in collaborating with, being with the right people, networking with the right people, associating with the right people, taking pictures with the right people. I'll give a case study. One of members of my community, she was at and ASU and all those things. And when she negotiated with the clients, they now said they were going to make payment few days after. When they wanted to pay, they did now see her Instagram page again on social media. You know, normally now, Instagram bring her down. So they were afraid that they could not give her that job anymore. So what did she do? She now told them that she knows one busy Shotunde, a busy bee event, and a top event planner in the industry. That she didn't even tell me, you know, that they should go and check my page for track record. That number one, at least if anything, this woman can vouch for me. Do you understand? That go and check. So that first is the power of, they call it brand association, that you are connected to this person. And that's where you have to be mindful of the network you belong to. That you are connected to this person, and this person is a credible face in the industry. I cannot run away with your money. Then she now went further and said, I belong to her community. About collaborations and partnerships. Be sure of who you want to network with. Be sure of the credibility of the people, so that tomorrow it won't be that any to recommend scam meal, because when they are dealing about the job self, you may not know the nitty-gritty of it, but when anything happens, it is you they will call. So you must be mindful of partnerships. It's a good thing, but you must also bring something to the table. Next slide, please. What I also have again is accountability partnership. And that's one thing that I do in my community, and I want to encourage us. We must be accountable in our businesses. Who is your accountability partner? Who will say, well, should you register for conference? Should you register for PAMA? Kilo shele. I like the mommy that said she brought in her daughter. You understand? And I like the man that said, my sister record. That is somebody that has your interest at heart. So when you are talking about collaborations, you should also look out for people that looks out for you when there are opportunities. There's a conference coming up. Oh, have you registered? Have you paid? I don't have money. Okay, how much have you raised? What can we do? Okay, let's give it time. Let's reach out to them. Do they have a payment plan? What can we do? That is how partnerships and collaboration work. So it is not only about you, that's the problem. We're always about Shoma Fumini Shembe. Will I get jobs? Job meanwhile, you didn't talk on the group. You didn't contribute. They were having program, you didn't attend. No, it is the little steps of coming out and talking and contributing. I don't have much, but 10,000 came in off his support. It starts from somewhere. So first of all, think of how you can support someone before the collaborations will come. It will come. This industry, this industry is growing larger. Look at content creators. At my phone, listen, one charge 100K, 150K. In fact, there's one person that I entered his DM, open rate card. You call 500K, you call 800K. To Obama post, you share your lorry page, TTN, 1 million naira for content creation. But it tells you that it is now a gold mine. So the industry is growing, and there's a lot of services coming out right now. It is not left for you to decide where you want to play in, who you want to collaborate with. Another thing I want to mention is collaborating with the right people also help boost your brand. So quite a number of people in the industry had the opportunity to work with certain event planners, such that when they post your name online, once they just tag you like this, Oti Blow, it's just like when they post you on Bella Naija, you know, you say, Oti Blow. That is power of, it goes back to that brand association. People just automatically assume that for you to be on Bella Naija, you're a premium vendor, you're a premium planner, or you are this. But that is the little steps that makes up all these partnerships and all these collaborations. Another thing I want to mention is, in collaborations, you learn more. This one shares her own, this person shares her own, and you fuse it together. So you must open your mind. I'll be wrapping up soon and I'll be taking questions. You must open your mind to questions. Please go to, okay, building blocks. You must open your mind to learning. You must open your mind to connecting with people. Today now, please, MC, before they go for lunch, they should move around, take selfies, tag yourselves on Instagram, because that's also a way of remembering the people you connected with. Tag yourselves on Instagram, enter your DM. If you're on the permanent group and you have not talked to anybody before, maybe just stay on your own. This conference is a good time to put faces to people, to connect with people, to get to know what they are doing, such that when opportunity comes, you remember them. Recently, there's a job that we're planning to do, though they have postponed it to next year, a corporate event. And somebody on the group asked me for a service, like asked on the group for a service. And I remember that this client that want to do their job, we've not done events, but the question she asked has to do with what the client does. Immediately, I didn't waste time. I just gave her the number of a contact and said, speak to the person for what you need. And the client called to say, oh, thank you for the referral. Now, that act that I have just done will speak volume to that client, that we've not even paid her for this job. But look at her even recommending us for a service. So we must have that mindset of recommending people. We must have that mindset of also building ourselves. So it has to be a win-win situation. How do you build, explore that aspect? Let's explore that aspect of driving more attention. When you collaborate, maybe the light person, the decor person, the stage person, the screen person, you put everything together and you expand that thing. So before I wrap up, what are the impacts of the community? Next slide, as I wrap up. What are the impacts and what are the progress? So like I said, that I used my community, as a case study, because that is one community that has promoted collaborations and partnerships. What are the impacts of the community? You expand your network. I like when one of the mommies was introducing us and she said from Oshogo. That means that PAMAN is not just a Lagos group. It has expanded. I know A to Z is in Ekiti. There's somebody, I don't know if you have anybody from Abuja here, but that is the beauty of collaboration. So that when you have a job, you don't need to carry all your load to outside. And for me, as a leader in a community, my own community, it is expanding to UK, it is expanding to Canada, it is expanding to Paris. You begin to expand. So when you have a destination job, you don't need to carry all your staff from Lagos. You just have people that you're a part of your network, your association, do things together. Mentorship is important. So amongst yourselves, you can identify who can handhold me, who can guide me, or I'm still new in this. Somebody was introduced and said I'm a startup, up and coming and all that. So for that kind of person, when you are in this program like this, start identifying who you can collaborate with and support. Where you need to volunteer, you volunteer. Where you need to collaborate, you collaborate. Where you need to ask questions, it's also important. Don't just stay quiet and say, I'm shy. People that are shy, they make money. They say those with the loudest noise are the ones that get the jobs. But you must be intentional about your brand. It's very important. Another beautiful thing about the impact of this industry is that over 70% of event professionals are women. So when they are looking at statistics, women empowerment. And for the community that I run, we are female-dominated people. So when you are talking about partnerships, when you are talking about collaboration, the other aspect of it is that you are empowering women. And in Nigeria, part of the goals now, women empowerment, how can we support, how can we grow female, how can they get a seat at the table? These are some of the things that we do. And as we wrap up the last part, the last slide, what are the key take-home points from everything that I have discussed today? Strategic partnerships are very essential for long-term goals. They are very, very essential for long-term goals. Before I talk about this, before I wrap up with the key takeaway, where is the mic? I want to go around again and ask a question, because I wrote down a few questions before I take my leave. Please bring the mic on this side. The last time, who are those that are presently permanent members? You're very beautiful. How long have you been in the association?
2 years.
2 years. So in these 2 years, how have you collaborated with colleagues in the group, in the association? Share your own experience. These are real life, real time experience now.
Okay, thank you everybody. I'm a makeup artist.
Okay.
So, in the event, I'm not really into that event, but I have people around me, like the person that introduced me to PAMA and my president also. So I've been always working with her also. Then I try to meet up with people, even the MC, we are friends. So I try to meet up, like any opportunity anybody can call on me.
Okay. And since you have been there, have you referred anybody to be a part of the association? Have you?
Yes.
You've referred people. Okay, thank you. That's good. Please, let's go to the other side. MC Style, how long have you been a member of PAMA?
Okay, a year now.
A year plus. Okay. And how many people have referred you on the group? If you can count the track.
Give you okay, about trying to place the number between 3 to 5.
Okay. How do they refer you? Is it that you anchored one permanent event, or you shared your video on the group? How do they know that you're MC Stylo and you are good, such that they recommended you?
Okay, so I was active in the group at the time I volunteered twice. There was an emergency and I was privileged to be around the venue. So I and a couple of my colleagues, Kizat, Emo, so we just volunteered. And from there, networking.
How many people have you recommended for jobs as an MC?
I know I recommended Kiza in Ibadan. So what I do most times is I recommend and I don't get involved for some reasons. You've spoken about some of those reasons in your during the course of it, so that you look like I'm playing a third party tournament, but at least few of my colleagues aside MCs.
Okay, thank you very much. See, I'm going to give it to a lady as we wrap up with the class. How long have you been in PAMA?
1 year, ma'am.
1 year.
Yes.
How many people have you recommended? No, how many people, yes, have you recommended jobs to in that group?
TMO.
Okay.
P inspired.
Okay.
Yes.
And how many people have recommended you on the group?
TMO and Onibos.
How many people know what you do on the group?
Do you people know what I do?
Yeah, I will hear you.
Couple of people, let's like 10.
Okay. Yeah. 10 out of how many members? How many members?
80%.
How many members do we have on the group?
We have like 100 plus, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. 10 is very small. 10%. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So as I wrap up,
80% out of 100%.
Out of 100%. Okay. Thank you very much. So as intentional in contributing to the growth of your association, it is important. the first thing when you go is, how can I make this association better? In fact, before I go for, how many people posted the flyers and the videos of this conference before today? See, you know, 100. How many members out of the 100 registered for this conference? 100, maybe 45, 50%. So you owe it a duty of call to give back to PAMA as an association first. Let me tell you, it's not easy putting together a conference. I run conferences, and this year is going to be the 8th year. I know what it takes to plan a conference, no matter how small or large it is. You should be intentional about helping the association or the community you belong to. It is a duty of call. Can we not here contribute quota mobile program? That's number one. You talk about it. That's number two. You engage in the activities on the group, either online or offline. Don't just sit there in a corner and say, "Kokomi." You are not talking. Me, I call them monitoring spirit, because I can monitor our attention group. Are you a witch? You should contribute. You don't have to be a noisemaker. No. You don't have to always talk on the group. But once in a while, come out and talk. Because it is from this talking and contributing discussions that people will know, who gave this comment? Oh, this person is sound. And then somebody can chat and say, well done, you just shared something on the group. Can I get to know you? Or you follow yourselves on Instagram and all of that. Please, if you've not been doing that, please repent. You must be intentional about contributing. And it's in that contribution of your own work or effort, your results will come. Volunteering is another thing. Volunteer. When they call you to serve in committees, in fact, committee is the most effective. I was looking at the program and I saw a few faces that I know there. Volunteer your services. And when you are volunteering, don't be thinking of a Lola Mason for me, because we are used to that. How much I'm paying, I'm spending. No, it is a service. It is. You know, when you go abroad, all this committee we always do it. It's hot cake over there. When you go for embassy, when you go to the embassy, they will ask you, how do you impact your community? It is volunteering. All the certificates you give out, when you want to jackpot, those are the things that back up. If you don't know now, start knowing. That's Oyibo people take it very strong. All this serving in communities, going for training, doing mentorship program, assisting people. It's because even when you go for job interviews, they ask you questions. Tell us how you have supported your community. Tell us how you have impacted. Tell us how you have become a model to somebody. And all you need to do is to explain what you did. When I was in the committee of PAMAN, I was one that was following up with speakers. I was one that did this. I was one that did that. I was one that prepared the slides. And that's it. So
I'm Mrs. Longe from Osun State. My learning point for this session is we should learn how to collaborate. Nobody can know it all. Thank you.
Very wonderful teaching. So my questions, okay, my name is Busayo. I'm the Great Band. So my question is about mentorship. Okay, so it's a life experience. So I used to have a mentor, so under whom I was groomed. So now when referral comes, so maybe by virtue of we have some events, so he comes to me and said that, okay, I have to go and stand in, and then I have to represent with my own branch. So because most times we know the customers, the clients. So, and then there is this rule that you must not give your own complimentary cards at that event that you are representing in. wish I abide by that rule. But I discovered that, you know, you will just receive a call that, but I told you not to do this, I told you not to do this. But however, somebody showed me your card. I was like, this is not true. I didn't go there with my card. She was coming often and often and often. So at a point I had to say, okay, you have said these are the rules and the guidelines. I don't do this. In fact, if I take a video or a photo, I don't post. I don't post. Because the issue will be, why are you posting? So my question now is, how is it possible for somebody to manage such, even when you abide by the guidelines that you have been given? Thank you.
Okay, I will take that there may be other snitches. You understand? Lagbaja, my client, my shaking you. So what can you do? You need to have a conversation with your mentor. Because number one, for him to give you that platform to go and handle a job on his behalf, it means he trusts you and he also wants you to grow. But if it continues like that, number one, the trust is broken, he's doubting your integrity. It's not left for you to redeem that, prove to him that no, you follow the rules. Again, do you talk to your guys? Because you is just one out of 15 members of your band. Maybe somebody in your people are the ones giving out the numbers or doing the adverts on your behalf. Meanwhile, you are sticking to the rules. So you might two ways. First of all, have a conversation with him, because I would not want both of you to clash. I would not want him to cut off from you. But have that conversation. Hello, sir. To be honest, I don't do this, I don't know how this happened, but let's put heads together to see how this can be trashed. And then you have a conversation with your team members, because I will not want you to burn bridges. And if you are going to disconnect with your mentor at the end of the day, leave on a good note. Come and say, madam, clients, come under us, because even in industry we hear that a lot. One person will come over intern or event planner. To back today hall, go video long post. Others way I'm an intern, but it's coming to take. So sometimes even the event planners are scared of bringing interns to their job because of issues of posting the job and claiming it as theirs. So I hope I've been able to trash that. Do we have any
coming into a great gathering like this?
Beautiful.
I am Temidot, MD, CEO of Temidot Crispy Chips Worldwide, a very young, energetic man. And I would like to...
hope you brought crispy chips for us.
Yes, he's over there. I'm so carried away by your brilliant performance.
Thank you.
I can see the energy, the synergy, the collaboration, the partnership. It's so wonderful. I also want to use this medium to express my sincere and deepest respect to Oni Paul. She brought me here. She's my sister, a role model, a pace setter, somebody who look up to in my department, mass communication. Open State Police. I'm pledging the sum of 10,000 to support PAM.
Wow, thank you so much. Fundraising there. Pass the mic. Who else? Let me champion it. I've been PAM. I hope I have the privilege to run the fundraising. Okay, let's hear your comments, man.
My name is Olashadi Akinwala. I used to see Events&Parties for the Ekiti States. I just can't sit down without just putting the words together. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Olibo. We met on Instagram. I never knew you, but you were the first person I met, even though we didn't have one-on-one. But I want to say, talking to you opened a lot of opportunity for me. I met you first before I met BC. BC go she waye, I will go new. She might be young. The age she might not. If you are looking at her, she's an embodiment of wisdom. I make proud anywhere I found myself to tell you in the last 5 years, my growth wouldn't have been up to this if not for two of you. And I owe it anywhere I found myself. I just want to put some words together about what the last speaker said, the man that spoke there. I went for a job at Anambra. I don't know, maybe I share with you. When I got to Anambra, I saw it, they do things in another way. The decoration was top notch. In fact, the client told me they brought in the market for Boya 28 and 35 million. The million the client called gave me a headache. When we got to the hall, I was on the event plan. I went as an Amala on the spot in Imoloshi. When I got there, I saw the deco. I just picked my phone. I went to her, Ejo, can I do? Please go. She even led me to do a lot of video. So okay, she let out a lot of money that when you do it, it's a lot of headache. I did the video. After the video, I was scared. I couldn't post. Number one, even the planner said, anything you want to do. You are the planner, give me your, let me tag. She said no. That skill don't be she felt low. But because of where I was coming from, I was so scared. I just use it in peace. I can't use anything. Maybe you know she shared. Secondly, I need to also put this here. Ejo, asiko gbogbo wa ma de. I am just 4 years in the industry, but there was a challenge along the line. There was a job I was supposed to take. Because I had a mentor, I was scared. At several points, Matijini Daji around 5 a.m., I would start crying because the client said, you must do the job, and the client was giving me a headache. I now called her. I think I called her around 6 a.m., very unusual. And immediately she picked my call and said, Chief Mrs. Elo Shishe. Oh, Shishe. A top notch kò sanwó fún me. The way she talked to the man talked to me, I am not used to it. Kí plan. What are you doing? I'm not interested. It is after the job that you will be paid. Maybe your mom talks to man sanwó fún planner after I share. He said he's a top notch kinikon. He was a consultant in this, in that is going to be after the job. But BC came up and said, Chief Mrs., please just bury anything, bury your pride, just make sure you do the job. And she guided me. And I want to return all glory to God. If you go to my Instagram page today to support what you said, a client saw my page and picked, I don't know, the client said he picked me on Instagram. I did the job. I think you were there. The job we did at Ekiti recently, Shiftancy. When the client gave the feedback, he said because I tagged, in the course of doing the job, he wanted to give something a content creator the job, and said I should recommend. What if you're more content creator? He said your mentor BCB is following the person. BCB is following the person. I mean, I don't know. I now called him. I called her. I said, please, do you know this also person? I think it was the third day she saw the message and said, who is the person? We went back. She checked, but she couldn't maybe give me a feedback. What I'm saying in a nutshell is tagging people and tagging the right people also help us. It has helped me and it has helped my brand to grow. So once again, I want to say thank you and God bless you. Only for Amari
particular page. So if you send a DM and mention from Paman, I'll be glad to respond to you. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the day.
Please, can you jam your together for my coach? That's Coach BC. In case you don't know, we call her Coach. Coach BC. My coach, permit me to announce that you actually run an academy too.
Thank you. Want me look at?
Anything event. Okay, please, we'd like to have a good picture. We would like to use the, please, can we make our way to the podium?
Gentlemen, if you of the program, Mama came in, very young person, if I tell you her age, but she's there, very vibrant. No any other person than the creative director, the MD, the beginning, and God is helping her. A long time we knew about her. It's no other person than Mama Courage. Mama Paloma, it's good to celebrate you. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to quickly bring in the next speaker. I tell you sincerely, you have not heard anything. If it's in Yoruba setting, a visionary leader in Nigeria's event industry. She has left, she's living, she's making indelible mark over 2 decades as the founder and CEO of Sapphire Event Group. Pioneering innovative event planning, she has created over 5,000 successful events globally, influencing architectural and design trends. Devoted to empowering brides, she authored the Essential Bridal Handbook and initiated the Funke Says YouTube series. She's committed to societal impact. She established the Sapphire Training Academy, shaping over 500 event professionals. Her initiatives, including the Sapphire Connect series and the Event Experience Africa, foster collaboration and empower event entrepreneurs. She is globally recognized. Funke, as she's always called, is honored among the BBC 100 most inspirational women, receiving numerous awards for her exceptional contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, with an LLB in law, she actively engages with professional associations and serves on the advisory board for the Destination Wedding Planners Congress, exemplifying her commitment to societal enrichment. To bring us word this afternoon as the keynote speaker for PAMCOM 4.0, ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Mrs. Funke Buckner-Obrote.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. How has it been? How has it been? Okay. So, I just all the content creators, so I can see. Thank you. So I can see. I just want to see. Thank you. I just want to see you. I want to see everyone I'm talking to today. Good morning. Good afternoon. Well done. Amazing. Conference. One thing I love the most in life is learning. You can never stop learning. You can never stop, getting knowledge because you don't know it all. And you just always have to grow. And in order to grow, you need to learn. So, welcome. Now, the theme for this edition is, we're talking about economic empowerment. In other words, how do we make more money? Right? Economic empowerment. Strategies for event professionals. How do we as event professionals, in whatever space we are, I've heard people say they're decorators here, planners are here, makeup artists are here. I heard someone else say something that I thought, oh wow, nice. Can't remember. Tell me who are not planners and makeup art, planners and decorators. What other profession is here? DJ, event security, what? MC, alagans, ushering, all kinds. The ecosystem of the event industry is so large now and is so diverse I remember when I started 22 years ago or 23 years ago, we were just the only ones. If I was the makeup artist, I could be. If I was the decorator, I could be. You know, everybody just did it. But now the industry has grown so big, so large, and so diverse that everybody has something they can do in the industry. And they can eat and make money. But making money in a good way. Making money without killing someone else. And when I talk about killing, I don't mean physically, but without, you know, stabbing someone in the back, whether it's emotionally, physically, spiritually, you know, and just everybody just focusing on the lane that they have, you know, been chosen. So we're going to be talking, I think one of the things I will just share today that I think may help us to be able to make more money in this industry is talking about how you can diversify. How you can do more things within what you are doing. I know a lot of people, when they hear diversification, they're very excited. And they think it means going to do something maybe totally different from what you are doing. It doesn't mean that you have to do something totally different. But before you begin to say you want to diversify or you want to do something else to make more money, you must have ensured that what you have, the products you have, what you bring to the table, you are doing it well. People want to go and do new things without making sure that what they have already is you are doing it properly. I know people that will say things like, oh, I've just started and now I'm a decorator. They are not excellent in what they do, but they now want to start doing other things. Maybe you have not made sure that the craft that has been placed in your hands, you have not built enough structure. You have not built enough systems, processes. You have not built a team that can stand and actually deliver on that work for you. You have not built the product well. It's so important that we shouldn't try to be in a hurry. Everybody's journey is very different. So when you are not in a hurry and you realize that the journey of A to B is different, you will take time to build in your business. I've heard people speak in this room and said some said 4 years, some said 10 years, some have said more than 10, some 1 year. The truth is, I remember when I was also 1 year old, when I was 4, when I was 10. And at every stage in the business, there was a different type of growth and a different type of challenge, which there will always be as the business continues to grow. But what is so important is, before I went into other aspects of the business, I ensured that I had built some other aspects properly. So diversification is good. It's very good for your revenue streams. It's important, right, for you to be able to diversify in order to grow, you know, and have more opportunities. But like I said, before diversifying, you need to have mastered the one aspect or sector well enough. Do your due diligence. Be a master at it. Be a master. You know when they say somebody is a master at their craft? Be a master at your craft. Let them wake up. Let them dream of you in that area so well, because you have become a master at your craft. Being a master takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of experience. It takes time. And it takes investment in that business. So be a master at your craft. Hone your skill. Hone it well. Drill deep into it. And then you can become exceptional in that area. Then you can begin to think of what else and what next. It's important that in business, you must always think of what else and what next. You can't stay in the same way or stay stagnant. You must always push yourself to do more than you think you can even do. Always keep on thinking. Always keep on, just always thinking of the next thing. What is the next thing? How can I do better? So I will just give you 1 or 2 tips on how you can probably diversify, or even where you can. One of the things, BC talked about it. She talked about collaborations. Collaboration is a way that you can actually build your business or do something else. For example, I'm not in my own area. There's some things that we don't know how to do well. There's no business that knows how to do everything well, right? Okay, some people are perfect here. Can you do everything well? Fantastic. So it's important to understand your strengths. It's important to understand your weaknesses as a business. Now, in the area of your strengths, you need to begin to look for people that can build your strengths more. In the area of your weakness, you need to look for people that will also help you cover up the weakness. So this is where collaboration comes. Collaboration comes when you have the same value as someone or another business, and both of you can work together. You collaborate to build, you collaborate to know new things, you collaborate to network, and you collaborate to also get new information. I know that it's not very easy when you think you know it all. One of the things that I've learned in the business is, for example, we get some briefs, maybe some really large events, or maybe some events that require a certain level of production. We do production, but we don't do it as well as some other people do. Some other people, production is what they do. So they don't do what we do. So what do? We go to them and say, can we work together on this project? How much are you going to charge? I want to know the value they will bring. How much are you charging? Because sometimes we go to get to people, but we want them to do it for free. It's not every time. Please, what is your fee to come and work with us on this project? They will tell us, and we'll say, okay, you know what? Can we? And maybe we negotiate, and then we pay, and then we work together. At the end of the day, we can decide. Some of them, it depends. Sometimes, some of them say, we don't even need the recognition. We don't need you to say it was produced by us. Some of them say, just act like it was you that did everything. That is also what we all need to learn. A lot of us want to hog the limelight a lot. In hogging the limelight, you want to pull the next person down. Everybody has a place in this industry, and there's something about you that somebody is looking for. You can do some things you can do that I cannot do. Somebody is looking for you. So never be afraid. Never be afraid. So collaboration is very key, very important. Partnerships, sponsorship, working with brands that are already existing. You can partner with them. You want to get into a new space. You can partner with, for example, let me give you another example. We probably would want to do maybe a certain type of corporate event. We do different times, but there are some that want to break into the industry. We have not really done it. What do? If the client comes to us, sometimes we may do it for free. We may say, you know what? We also want to get into this space. Okay, please, can we do this? Can we work with you? We don't need to charge. Or nobody needs to know it was free. We are the ones, right? But because we want to get into that space, we want to be known for that. Because we're already known for something else. We want to get into a new space. We work. So those are partnerships. So get into that space. Sponsor events. Let people be aware of your brand and what you do. There's also another way to diversify is to have backward integration. What does that mean? You are a decorator. Most of the time, because you are just starting out, You may not be able to buy your things. You may not be able to bring things in from China, from India, from Dubai, all the places. So you don't have the capital to do it. So you are renting for now. But there will be a time you can buy. Begin to buy. Begin to own your things. There's a disadvantage and advantage to everything, right? But just begin so that you can make more money on some other areas. It's important. So backward integration. If you look at someone like the people with Nigeria's richest man, Abi, right, Alaji, you know, they manufactured this. Left out, they started manufacturing fertilizer. Why are they doing it? Because they need it for their farmers and all the people that they are going to understand, to give them things. So they went backwards. Backward integration is good, and it helps you with your business. So you're a makeup artist. Start thinking about creating your own makeup line. Your clients that come and do your makeup will buy the product. So you've done your makeup, you've not gone to buy products. So I have a foundation I use. So maybe you don't even need to tell them I have foundation. Wow, this foundation is so nice. Oh, it's my foundation. I'm the one that created it. But of course, that's why I said build the business so well, so that by the time you're not looking for money to do these things, you'll be able to find investors, because some of these things are capital intensive. You are an audiovisual person. You're a DJ. DJ will say, I hire equipment. But because you know you want your sound to be great, you may need to invest in your own speakers. So that by the time you are charging the clients, you are charging from a place of, oh, it's 500,000, 1 million. Oh, 1 million. Wow, it includes equipment. Does the client need to know that it's your equipment? Oh, they think you are renting it. These are ways that you can actually make more money and be more empowered as business owners. Backward integration. Begin to think of what else you can do in your business. You can now also think of things like even trainings, doing other things in the business. As an event entrepreneur, you can begin to offer trainings. You can begin to collaborate. As we know, we talk about collaboration. You can begin to do other things that you know that your clients always ask for. What is it that your clients always come to ask? You will tell them, oh, I don't do it. Oh, it's this person. But you have the capacity to do it. You can begin to start thinking about that. Cater to different kinds of customers. Some people are premium event planners or event entrepreneurs. So they only cater to the higher class of the society. What about the other people that need your services? We can't all cater to the same clients. So you can also develop another product in your business that can cater to another type of client. There are some clients, maybe, for example, people that do serve drinks or do drinks. You find that some people do cocktails and drinks. You find that some people only do drinks. You find that some people, they are also distributors of the drinks. Right? So they're doing different things on Okon or Waja. So if this does not work, if you don't call me to come and serve drinks, you will buy drinks from me. If you don't call me to come and buy drinks, you don't buy from me, you will ask me for mocktails. You understand what I'm saying? So there are different areas of the event industry that you can plug in and begin to do new things. But like I said, don't forget that you must have made sure that what you are already doing, you have mastered it well. Very, very important. Right? We all know about technology. Technology can make you more efficient, can make you more effective. You can also develop products that will also help your clients, and you can sell it to them. You can develop solutions for your clients. You can say, look, I'm working on this product, you need to get it. It's going to help your business. You must be thinking also about your customer. Always anticipate their needs and what they want. Anticipate what your customer needs at all the time. It's important for business, which is why I said that you must constantly keep on thinking about what is next. What's next? What else can we do? Because if you don't evolve, if you don't reinvent, you will die. Your business will die. I'm telling you, 2001 is for 22 years. I'm still standing here to speak as a keynote speaker after 22 years. Some people after 10 years, they're no longer in the business. So what are we doing and what am I doing? I'm not relaxed. So as well as the new ones are coming in, right? If you know, I'm like, nah, you're not meeting me, we're moving. You can redirect, you can refocus, you can change direction, but please don't stay in the same place. Don't stay in the same place. Always think of growth, always think of scaling. For some people, diversification means going global. For some people, diversification means not staying only in their location. So I'm in Akure, but I'm doing events outside Akure. I'm in Lagos, but I'm doing events outside Lagos. That is also diversification. We've got to do events all over the world, all over Nigeria. Why? You know when I say build your business so well that people will be looking for you, they will be looking for you. Anywhere you are. I have some events that the clients were doing it in England. And what's the reason? The client said, I want a Niger feel in this event in London. I said, but there are planners in London. I said, you people should come. I want the Niger feel. But what am I saying? You must have built your business so well that when they are coming to look for something about your brand. Diversification is key. You can build a global business. That's diversification. And you know that you can build global with technology. You don't need to even go there physically. You can put things in place. For example, you are doing training. People from all over the world are joining. Is that not global? People think that global means that you must be flying all over. I don't know if you understand. Because guess what? You may not even have the visa. It will come. The visas will come. But before that time, make sure that you are here locally, you're doing well, and then you can now go global. You can go, so let's do it like this. You do local. You fix where you are first. You are in, let's assume you are even in Agege. Have you served well in that area where you are first? Before you say you want to move to Lekki. Then from Lekki, you want to now move to Ogun State. I'm just saying, or you are in Ogun State, you want to move to Lagos. What are you doing well in Ogun State that they can say, bring this person to Lagos because of what they are doing well in? You are in Abuja. So that is even just a Nigeria. Then you begin to take Africa. Then you begin to take outside Africa. Are you dominating your local environment first before you want to go and dominate Africa and the world? You must begin to think. You must begin to build within, but you can go global. Going global is not for anybody. It's not just for one person. And it takes positioning. It takes positioning. You know, you begin to change your language. You begin to change the way your brand is doing things. You begin to look at global standards, global practices, and begin to see this is how to make it work. Because the way when I do events outside Nigeria, and I always tell my friends, my planner friends, you guys have to learn flexibility. I'm not saying that you must not follow the rules, but sometimes the rules, you have to learn to be a bit flexible. Things happen. So they'll be like, whatever. It's a way to diversify. Let me tell you another way to diversify. Building your personal brand is also another way. Now, I'm an influencer. I hope you all know. I get paid to do things. Me, tomboy Funke, I was a tomboy. But now, I'm influencing for clothes. I'm influencing for some products. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. Because I was intentionally building a personal brand. Some of you may not, it's okay. But me, I was like, I'm alati gel. I don't know if you're getting me. When you are hungry, would you build, all of you are wondering, I'm saying that when you're hungry, you think I'm not hungry. And I'm still looking for money. I'm looking for money in different areas. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I want money to work for me. Even when I am not working physically. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So I was deliberate. I made it. I'm telling you. See, I was intentional about building the personal brand. Right from day one. Right from day one, it was not intentional. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Right from day one, I was not intentional. But I was myself. I was authentic. And I realized that authenticity pays. I said, let me now begin to be deliberate about it. So now I started changing. If you notice, if you look at my evolution, in the last 10 years, you see some differences. I believe, that's why I said growth is key. I began to change how I spoke. I began to change where I went. I began to align in the right places. Do you understand? Thank you. And because of that, you just say, oh my God, can you just come and, oh no, we need you. Can you come? Can you come? Can you? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Personal brand building. Don't underestimate it. Some of you may not want it. You say, I don't want them to know I'm the face of the business. So, let me tell you how I was able to do what I'm saying. I built a team that could work without me. I empowered the team. That's why I said you must build the business so well. So the team, we worked on Friday. We had an event on Friday. I just got to the event. I didn't even know the client. I was greeting people. I said that was the client that my team had been speaking with. I was never in one meeting. The event was such a huge event. The client was so happy. Feedback from everybody was amazing. Let them sit in the same room. Yeah. Because let them understand that when, you see, if they work and they do it well, we all do well. If the client calls us and they don't do well, we will not work, we will not eat. Let them get it right. That's why I'm saying that it takes time and growth. I used to sleep at venues. I would sleep on the floor with my team. Now I don't sleep at venues anymore. Why? Because I've slept with them at venues. They have seen I can do it. I don't need to sleep at the venue. But I still don't sleep. Don't get me wrong. So even if I'm not at the venue, I'm not sleeping. But it is not the same as what it was before, where I inside everything. It was deliberate. I had to take a step back. I'm getting older. I'm 48. I'm going to be 50 in 2 years. I cannot be as physically strong, even if I wanted to. You understand? Energy. I still have the energy. I sleep. I still don't sleep more than them. All of them. They don't sleep. I sleep. I don't know how to explain it, but we are still in the same mental place. But the body is getting older, right? But I didn't start just yesterday. I started years ago. So now the team, they are empowered. Friday or even on Saturday, we had 2 events on Saturday. I just went there at the end. In fact, the client was like, I thought you were not coming. Why are you here? And the feedback was, your team was excellent. They are excellent. Funke, what have you done? Come and teach us what to do. I said, I would like to use just the grace of God and also just being deliberate. Allowing them make mistakes. Mistakes that have cost the company millions. Some of them have made. We lost something. We lost 7 million on one of my team members. I still kept him. It was a mistake. A very bad mistake, but I know he didn't do it intentionally. He didn't do it to destroy the organization. And he's still there. 2 years after or 3 years after, he's doing great things. I'm not saying please don't, but I'm just trying to get you to understand that also the business at that time could cushion that mistake. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. He paid for it, but of course he didn't pay 7 million. You get it? But there was that, he understood the mistake he made. And that mistake could have been made by anybody. It just happened to be him. And he has grown. So there are many like that, many things like that. Cut your people some slack. Give them time. And those of you that are listening, that are also working, that are the employees or the colleagues or the staff, please give the business your all. Don't be afraid to network. Don't be afraid. Me, I'm never shy. Though I am shy, all of you don't know, but I'm actually a bit shy. Yes, I'm shy. Everybody's laughing. I'm shy. But I'm deliberate because I know, not that I want to use people, but I know that I need you to connect with you. I need you. I need you tomorrow. We may need each other. The truth is, in this life, we are not designed to live life alone. All this, whatever, I don't care. I'm by myself. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to do me. I'm like, what are these people talking about? You need people. God did not place us. He says we place the solitary in families. When we're thinking about it, we always think it is just family of our husband, wife. Some people never marry. So are you saying that they would never be in a family? When it says it places the solitary in families, it's also talking about a community. It's talking about that you cannot do life alone. And another thing is that all of us also think that it must be this person or that person that is the one that is my community. Open your eyes. There are many more all around. It's not one person that is your destiny helper or your destiny. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are many of them. God has placed people around us. We just need to look. I'll give you an example. I met, my late sister, right? I didn't even know she had a community. So what I've started doing is I've started leveraging on her community. She had a big one and I didn't even really know. Now everybody said, oh my God, your sister was this to me. I said, I held the person. I said, you are going to be with me. Oh my God, your sister. I said, you are for me. So what I started doing was, I started leveraging on them. And because of that, I've been able to do some things I was been trying to do for years. Just because I used my sister's leverage. That maybe I was shy to use before. Because I felt, why should I? My sister has she has 6 years now. It's been 6 years this year. She has gone. I'm the only one there. Only child. Better use all the power, all the people that are still sad. Carry them. People that want to repay. You know, somebody don't know how to repay things, but they can repay through you, through somebody. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So you be good to somebody, and you find that you good will come to you. You want to be a friend, first be a friend. Be a good friend. You want a friend, you be a good friend. You want somebody to teach you, you teach first. Sure that you are getting something new all the time. Be exposed. Exposure is good. I didn't know many things when I was growing up. I mean, I grew up in an average, middle class home. I didn't suffer. So I'm not going to come and tell you a soft story that I suffered. I don't know if you understand. You know, everybody wants to tell a story of suffering. I didn't suffer because my parents were okay. We were not wealthy, but we were okay. But at some point in life, I had to be going to get bursary in Unilag for school fees because my dad lost his job at some point. And I learned how to enter all the Molues. I don't know, some of you don't even know Molue. But we entered Molue, you know those rickety ones. And that was my transportation till I could get a car later in life. So I don't count it as suffering. I count it as just, I didn't have it at that time. But some people went through harder times. So that's why I said that don't discount anybody's journey. All of us have different journeys. We all come from different backgrounds and we all have different experience. And why we all need to be in a community like this or do things like this is it helps you to see that my way of thinking is different from yours. Oh my God, let me actually cut that person some slack. She doesn't know better or he doesn't know better. This way I can teach and I can guide. I'm a big believer in teaching. I'm a big believer in receiving learning. I don't discount. I learn from anybody. I learn my children that are 17 and 15. I learn from them. One day, my daughter said to me, I told my daughter to do something. I said, Mama, but you said we should not lie. You know when you after you say you can't lie, you're not supposed to lie. And I said, just tell them I will. I said, Mama, but you told us not. She even sent it to me. I said, it's true. Okay, it was not a lie. I just wanted you to tell them like this. I don't know how to explain. She was like, no, hey, Mama, I'm not. I said, okay. Okay, I quickly just went to tell them the truth. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes we think people are not hearing, but they are hearing what you are teaching. So when I'm talking about hunger, I'm not talking about desperation. I'm talking about the desire for more. The desire to learn, the desire to want more in your business. The desire to ensure that your business grows and is scalable and you are making more money and you are more economically empowered. Women, men, we all can have it in our business, but please build the business well. And then when you build the business, you can now begin to think of what else. So it could be books, it could be training, it could be I think I gave some examples. You're a caterer, you don't have the chargers, all those things. You can begin to invest. After you have started renting, keep on saving your money. Delayed gratification. Another one that we need to know how to diversify. Please let us learn how to invest. Let us learn how to invest. Investments. Put your money financially. Go and follow all these people that teach about stocks, that teach about, my money, when they say you saw your money everywhere. Somebody wants to do a movie, I go say, please put money, I'll put money inside. Somebody wants to maybe do a project, I'll say how much, I'll put some money. I'll just so that everything is all over. I won't go and carry 100 million into one project. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. But those, I'm just investing in different areas. So invest, small thing, you can divide in your business. You can begin to write things down and say, you know what, we make 100,000 today. This 100,000, 50,000 is going back into the business. 10,000 I will save. If you don't think, be disciplined enough to look through your finances and be realistic with the journey. Be realistic with where you want to go. This is where I want to go, be in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, 4 years. This is what I need to do to get there. So please invest, be disciplined. Yes. So, and of course, I think, what else? I think my time. How many more minutes do I have? How many more minutes? The building and the creativity, it takes time. So don't be in a hurry. Just stay innovative. Constantly reinvent yourself. And of course, continually explore new opportunities to stay ahead in the event industry. Thank you so much. I hope I was able to share a little bit about what can help and what has helped me as well. Thank you so much. Are we taking any questions? Oh, somebody said, yeah, people are already like, yes, yes. Thank you. Oh, yes, sorry, a part of my personal brand. So you see, what do I say I'm learning now? I'm learning from BZB. Do you understand? I'm learning.
The Events&Parties. I want to ask you now, at the point of negotiating with clients, do you normally tell them that you won't be available for an event? Because a client of mine wanted to give me a job sometimes and volunteered to sponsor me to come learn from you, that the job was at Adelkuta, I was already, that she was so impressed and had to call one of the staff and ask that they should call Funke Bogman. They said, she's not here. And even at that, the event went on well, and the feedback was fantastic. So my question basically is, do you normally open up to clients to tell them that, sorry, you won't be on my event? Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very good question. Thank you for explaining is that once it is my team that speaks to the client, I step back. So the client is not looking for me. Secondly, when it comes to some events, e.g. weddings and stuff, we have a package now that has, if you want me there or not. Yes, I've created it, yes. I've created it, and it has been working. So yes, so when the client says, we want you, then you pay more. Yes, yes. At first, and let me, you see, sorry I didn't say it, but this is what I want to tell you about. Sometimes you have to do things and you will have to take risks. So people have said to me it was not going to work. Don't do it. They will think that you don't care. I said, let them understand that there's also a price to be paid for my time and a price to be paid for my experience and expertise. And that's why my team must be on the same level as me. Because I cannot push clients to people that I also don't trust. So that's why my team must be at par with me. I don't know if you understand. So let me tell you, what I'm trying to say is that with my team, when I go to a meeting, for example, let me give you an example. I will give you, we're here and I love it. When I enter a meeting, I don't talk most of the time. I tell my people to talk. I say, oh, I think Sandra knows more. I don't know much. Sandra, please can you talk? Sandra begins to talk. What happens? The client begins to build trust. The client begins to say, Sandra, okay. They start talking to Sandra, they don't talk to me again. But if I'm the one that enters the meeting and I'm the one talking from morning to night, they ask questions, I talk. It means my team, they are dummies. So you need to show the client that your team are strong enough. They are like you, they are thinking like you. I'll give you another example. We had another meeting with a client, and the client was like asking some questions. And I said, I think Sandra or Cordelia or Titi would be the best position to answer. Let me call them. I knew the answer, but I acted like I didn't know the answer. Because I wanted to give my team more power. So sometimes I step back a lot. So that is in that area. So that's why that event, the team, I wasn't there, But most of the time, I try and tell the clients, this event I told you we did on Friday and Saturday, the clients actually thought I was even away because I was supposed to travel. So I was never going to be around. But my traveling did not work out. So that's why I was in Nigeria. So I was able to go. So the client wasn't expecting me. Because my team had been built strong enough to be able to liaise with the clients. But they were corporate events. For corporate events, I don't usually communicate if I'm going to be there or not. Most corporate events, I'm usually there. Because as in this industry, you also build, it depends on the clients, it depends. I look at some of these things. Okay, I don't want you to record. Can you stop?
Yes. The other time you said we need to network, go for seminars, and some of us have mentors that we would love to work with, love to intern with, and we already sent email, sent DMs, and they're not responding. What advice would you like to give them?
They are not your mentors. Are not your mentors. You guys use mentors wrongly.
Okay, I understand what mentor means. Your mentor must know that you are mentee all the time.
Let me explain. There are different mentors and mentees. You are thinking, I love the way you work. A mentor and a mentee is a deliberate connection. It's deliberate. No, I'll get there. So what you're trying to say is that you have people that you like the way they work. You like them, you love the way, and you love to work in the organization, but they have not answered you. And I'll give you an example. I'm a typical example. I'll give you an example. I get DMs of people that want to come and work with me every day, over 10 people a day. I don't have the capacity and the time to train everybody, or to mentor everyone, or to be a role model. So what I'm trying to develop now is I'm developing different ways that people can connect with me without them physically being in the office every time. So I'm developing some things which I will share maybe in a few weeks, that also allows people, because I understand, because one of the things I'm also trying to do is to say, people want to ask questions like this. but there's no platform. Online, physically, where you can ask questions and we can guide. That's my own. Now, people that you send DM to, guess what? Some of them already have many more people sending them DMs that you have sent them. They have to give priority to some things, or they don't have the space, they don't have the time, they don't know what to even answer, they don't even know how to come and teach you. So what you will do is to glean from different things that you can catch. Someone like me now, I don't have industry mentors, but I have mentors in other industries that are not event related. But I have people that I admire, that I learn from. When I listen, I see what they are doing, I go and learn from them. Do you understand? And I use that to gather information. And I deliberately go and get more knowledge. So, is that what you're asking? Or maybe you didn't ask well. Maybe I jumped the gun. I'm so sorry, forgive me.
Okay, so mentor, like you really want this person to be trying to talk to them, yes, and they are not responding. Is it advisable to just back out, or
yes, maybe that time, that's what I said you want. That's what I said, they're not your mentors, you want them to be your mentor.
Yes.
So look for somebody else. Look for somebody else, or that particular mentor or mentee you're talking about, find a way to serve them. You come here, you are here in the room. I don't know, I'm not saying. Not that I'm talking you. But I don't say, oh, I sent you a DM, want me to be my mentor. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know, I didn't check my DM. Okay, please send anything. Oh man, I didn't, even if you come to me and say, like, man, the way you are walking, that it would be nice if you walk green or tomorrow. Green looks good on you. Do you know that I'm already up with sending DMs? I'm not saying it must be like that, I'm just giving you an idea. You need to find a way to sell. If you determine that this must be the mentor. But there are many others, is what I'm saying. Now what happens that we just fixate on one person. There are many more people that are ready to want to mentor us. With coaching, you know those ones that you sitting on somebody talking about, I guess I'm tired. But I do well in groups. But I can give you some answers privately, but I don't do well in that established. So that's why I said I'm going to create that model where we can come together once in a month, have conversations. What do you need? Point you in the right direction, hold your hand, take you here. Like there's a guy now, he called me. He said he has a sister that wants to mentor intern with me. I wasn't taking interns. But this guy, the way he was persistent, he said, Auntie, you have to do this for me. You have to just do this for me. You have to bring the girl, she will send me a message. Good afternoon, ma. Good morning, ma. Good night. Good. I just said, come, let me see. When I saw the girl, I said, oh, okay. Okay, come and review next week. I don't know this place. But guess what? She was persistent. Sometimes persistence does not work. But also, the person that told her that she should come, I was able to give the person enough ear. I don't know if you get me, to allow the girl come. So, don't give up. Still keep on trying, but try other people. And what is it?
But the same way I'm sending DM to you, man. I'll keep trying.
Is it me?
Yes.
That's why I gave you examples.
Package on, placing a price on. So I know that people are always shopping for event planners, online, Instagram, and all that. My question is, for your packages, do you instantly have the price already in the package, irrespective of you not having a full brief, or if it's a wedding, let me tailor to wedding, it's a full brief, you don't have the idea, you don't know whether the client is very premium or moderate or high-end, you just put a price on it.
The price is there already.
Wow.
Price is there.
That's interesting. That's interesting. The second one is on information management, your team.
Yes.
Of course, you're a big brand now, you're delegating in terms of this one, you handle the invoice, this one knows how much you're paying, and the client is charging. How have you been able to manage that, in the sense that when they're sending out the invoice, this is this team member handling this project, so the person knows the budget, the person knows how much is being paid.
Yes.
How have you been able to manage that information management so that it's not 10 million like that kind of thing?
Thank you. is about not breaching the client's trust. Yeah, maybe I want to add this to what I'm saying too in my video. Not breaching the client's trust is important. I don't think I added it in my video. I did a video already, so I don't want to add it. So not breaching the client's trust. They have to be careful. Some people are not going to get it right. They will make mistakes. They will talk bagger. I don't know if you're getting me. But when they see that you too, that's why I said a lot of times, what we do is by example. The way we will behave is how our people will behave. So you need to teach them. There was something online I saw and I didn't like it. Somebody comes and starts saying, oh, the client paid 40 million for this job. The decor was 2 million. You know, I'm just thinking, why are you spreading it all out? Everybody doesn't need to know. I don't need to embarrass you. You know, like some of the things we think is clout, but sometimes it's not nice. So I teach them, you know what, as much as possible, keep quiet. Nobody needs to know what have you collected. Nobody needs to know how much the client charged. No, but because sometimes that the job is even free. Sometimes the client paid a lot. There times you're collecting 500 million, 600 million. There times it's 1 billion. There times it's 200. There times it's 20 million for the total event. So if you are going to be shouting about that one, there will be a client that will bring a bigger job. That will now be higher. What are you going to talk about that? So it's important to continue to teach them. Continue to guide, and even the leaders. So the leaders, the managers, all the leads are also taught discretion. You must learn discretion. Discretion, but as I said, one or two people may make the mistake. You may not know who it is. You may just say, one of your team members said, how do you correct it? So you have to also have your way to say, how do you deal with this? So confident, if I hear, oh, guys, no, that's wrong. Next time, okay, you know what, I'm not going to share this. So you also shield them. They will learn that they made a mistake, and then are you ready to correct yourself? You come back. But it's a risk. As an organization grows bigger, some things are risks that the organization has to take in order to be able to be nimble, you know, like to be able to grow and build. Or else you will be burnt out if you want to just know and do everything. So that trust, you must, and let me also tell you another one. It's not immediate. So you don't come to the organization today and you know everything today. We share information in piecemeals until I see and I think that this person can take this big role. So sometimes they don't see everything. So it may be just the managers that see it all. The juniors don't see. When you come in today, in 2 months, you may not even see you may not even see a cost. So it takes time. I see this person, this one, does he look like somebody that talks a lot? Does this one look like somebody that will now start? So it also takes, you know, as a leader, you have to also understand your team. The people that are like this, like, oh no, and with that, you'll be able to deal with it. Did I help? All right. Thank you.
At a non-disclosure agreement.
We have,
yes, I think we should have that.
Oh, my sister. You have no, for the video's wedding, we have non-disclosure agreement. Did you see the wedding online?
No, I'm talking about the financial aspect of the company.
For the staff?
Yes, for the staff.
Hey, you can have it. You can have it.
It's better.
Hey, you can have it. I mean, you can have it.
You can't really trust anyone, but when you have a non-disclosure agreement.
How do you know who said it?
But okay, when it is signed, but you definitely know who has signed it.
How do you know who said that amount?
You can account for it. Maybe you have 3 or 4 people handling the financial aspect of the company. I think among them, so they should be responsible.
No, you're not getting me.
Okay, I'm not. Maybe
I have, so in my team, in our company, now we have maybe 6 managers. The 6 managers have 3 people under them each. So what she said is that in the A are the people on that job. How do you know that it was those 4 people that said it? You won't know.
So what I want to ask you now is this. Are you telling me that everybody on that platform has access to the bills?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do. From my team. I don't hide anything. They know how much clients has paid. They know how much is going out. They know how much they know. Even the amount that we collect for event, they know. I don't hide. Maybe that's what has helped. I don't hide it. I don't. This is how much client paid. This is how much our money is. The one that they will say, they are owing me. They know. I lament. It doesn't mean it's perfect. You know, I keep on saying this thing. Because what also that does is, it makes them feel empowered. You know, I talk about empowerment. If you want to empower, and you don't also let them know what is going on money-wise, you are not empowered. You are not empowered. They're just yes boys and yes girls. So they know job. They are even the ones that will tell me that FB will not charge well. Can we charge more? I don't like how much we charge, but there was a job we did. When I told them how much I thought we should charge, they had already doubled. They had charged maybe like 4 times. They said, FB, we're not agreeing with you. Well, these people, they've wasted our time. We're going to charge. I said, I was feeling sad. They said, charge. What do you mean? We did this, we did it when it was. So they are invested in the business. They were carrying it as if it was their own. I sat back and I was like, okay, great. So, do you understand? I hope that helps.
Just a minute, man.
Sorry.
We need to move back. Sorry, move back. All because of our lanes, our small lane.
We are presenting this to you. And also you too, man. All right, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Also, Coach BC, yes, ma'am. So we are presenting this to you on behalf of PAMCOM. Thank you very much.
We appreciate you coming this evening. God bless you.
Okay.
My name is BC Shotunde of BZB Events. It's been an interesting time coming for this conference, speaking on collaborations, partnerships, and how we have to do things together in the Nigerian event industry. I must say that this is to just encourage event professionals that you have to be intentional about collaborating with your colleagues with an open mind so that together we can all grow while pushing the industry to the next level. No room for competition, it's more about collaborations. Thank you.
So what can you say about PAMA?
It's amazing. I'm proud and happy to be here today to share my knowledge, and I think that they are doing very well in their own space. It can get better, it can expand more, but from what I see today, I'm actually pleased at the joy that exudes within the members. Thumbs up to the entire PAMA leaders. Thank you very much. My name is BC Shotunde, the lead planner at BZB Events. Thank you. Thank you.
LW. In 1978 until 1986, when they relocated to the UK. After 20 years of flying the Nigerian flag at the Notting Hill Carnival, Tokunbo retired happily from the carnival in 2008 to pursue other business interests in Nigeria, as well as to reunite with his first love, communication. Legislative process and the final emergence of the body called the Lagos State Safety Commission. Currently, Tokunbo is an executive director with Safety Plus, a safety consultancy, and also runs a Lagos-based experiential communication agency, the WOW Group, incorporating the WOW booth. His voice is still heard on air now and again on documentaries and commercial jingles, but he rotates search shelves. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Tokunbo Odebumi.
Our first panelist, you're very welcome, sir. Please, you can take your seat. Yes, please. All right. The next person coming up, Olajimoke Saliu, is a personal development coach, a multidisciplinary speaker, and a professional with proficient experience in banking operations, tax consulting, customer service, and human relations, project management, and innovative finance. She's a proud alumna of various multinationals, including Stanbic IBTC Bank, Citibank, KPMG Professional Services. She has enjoyed many local and international trainings, workshops, and seminars in the course of her field. She is the founder and visionary behind Charitable Network for Community Empowerment, acronym CHANCE, which was battered from the desire to provide a meaningful avenue and platform for social good for women and children. She is actively involved in advocating for progressive change. Her dedication to the social and economic development of the country has led her to serve in various leadership positions and earn her the position of Lagos State Chapter Coordinator for Evolving Women in Politics, a non-governmental organization that engages, encourages, equips, empowers women in Nigeria to get involved and participate in governance and policy making. Ladies and gentlemen, Olajumake, as a member of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, she has diligently served as the Assistant Secretary to the Planning Committee for the annual National Women Conference of the organization from 2020 to date. Saliu is a proud recipient of many prestigious awards. She is one who stands for chance and believes in the possibility that emerged through the seed called chance. Let's make welcome Mrs. Olajumake Saliu.
Okay. Reading about Adeola Fallow at the Lagos State College of Science and Technology, Isolo, now Lagos Polytechnic. Qualified as a chartered insurer at the prestigious Chartered Institute of Insurance, London, and holds an MBA in marketing as well as a certificate in business management from the European Business School, Luxembourg. She set up Courage Enterprise 1996, which later transformed into Courage Designs and Events, which has become the industry leader in event styling and to this day continues to be a pace setter in the Nigerian event industry. She has received numerous awards over the years and has also been involved in local and international conferences to continually perfect her craft. Apart from event styling, she's also an encourager and mentor. Her NGO Courage and was set up to hold young men and women flourish in their chosen careers while providing mentorship and advice. She's an evangelist. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Adeola Fallow.
Mama.
Nigeria, servicing clients in sectors in FMCG, pharmaceuticals, telecommunications, media, government, and many more. Also, he was part of the team that managed the national project called Aria Repete by Goldberg Beer, highlight for live beer and 2023 presidential inauguration event at the Eagle Square, among other big wallet events. Tools. Mr. Adenegon is very passionate and believes in making the world a better place, hence his passion about climate change and charity, volunteering activities. He is a graduate of mass communication and holder of MBA Stafford College of Business Management in the UK. He is a member of Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON, and Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Mr. Maruf Adenekon.
hospitality. But there's no way you do hospitality without being part of event. Now, to talk about branding, as far as I'm concerned, my definition of branding is not what you put out there, is what people tell themselves. It's not what you tell people. You know, they would, I mean, look, let's say we're watching a TV and there's an advert of a caterer that's come on. And we're all caterers, or 5 of us caterers, or look, clients, and we're looking for caterers. What you find is the fact that once the advert comes on, oh, I need a caterer. Oh, I need a caterer. Let me copy this number. Then one of us will now say, no, forget about that. I have one very special caterer. Let me give you her number. Who would she use? The one on the telly or the one that's been recommended? Exactly. So brand is not what you tell people. It's what people tell themselves that you are. So, and in building that brand, there's so many things that will go into it. Do you understand? I mean, look, Funke came on. As far as I'm concerned, she did so fantastically well. But what she's also done, she's polished her brand here this afternoon. She's polished it so well and very intentional about it. If you look at it, and it makes it easy when you're just yourself. I'll be honest with you. When you're just yourself. Sometimes, look, I'm a broadcaster. I've run business in the UK, yes. Yes, my accent, I change it as I like. You know, I do voiceovers for adverts and all of that. But when I want a very juicy job, I put on my Queen's English, or King's English as it is now. So when you now realize that when you're talking, the person you're talking to now decides to put on his own accent as well, which makes you uncomfortable. You need to be first comfortable with yourself and be very clear as to your journey. Where am I going? What do I want to do? You need to be intentional. She came in, she was herself. She even took time off to say, my wig is falling down. Adjusted it. That's a brand. So we can't say that, I want to be a Funke Butler. No, be yourself. And cut, if you can't find a niche for yourself, go and scratch one. There's always every section, of the community target that you can hit and make it big. And look, I'll be honest with you, building a brand, people will say that it takes time to build a brand, but you're creative, take it from me, ask me later, you can build a brand in 1 year. All right? That's my take.
That's beautiful. Please, I love it that you're just concise and then you're precise about it. Your brand is what people tell themselves, even possibly when you are not even there. All right, so I'll still come back to that. Particularly, I have interest in this about industry. I will come back to that later on. Okay, now, please can you pass the mic to Jumoke? I want to say, well done for your work that you're doing in Chance.
Thank you.
God bless you, real good for that. All right, now, I want you to see the event industry, or generally the hospitality industry, is a demanding industry. These people work hard. Some of them, just like Funke said, another person said, I work with my boss as well. We have slept at decoration venue and things like that. I want to ask a question. What will be your advice? How can an event manager maintain a healthy work-life balance in the demanding industry?
Amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate Audibles for having me here. Thank you so much. And to my fellow panelists, I say welcome. So that is a very broad question, but I'll try to break it down. First off, who is an event manager? Maybe when we get that, we will be able to then slide into why it's important for self-care to be part of the routine. So an event manager is the business. I don't know if you get that. So what I mean by an event manager is the business is, if the event manager is not part of that event, it's because what an event manager does is basically putting all the bits that that I encompassed in putting that event together, ensuring they all come together and we have an amazing event, at least in the face of the client, right? Where that event manager is not well, or not around, or not fit, or not able to deliver, is that brand still existing? Particularly where there's no structure, do you understand? So it means that the event manager is the business. So you must be fit, you must be well to be able to deliver on your client's demand, right? When we understand that, then it lets us know that if I am the business, I must be okay to run that business. So you have to be intentional about self-care. Now, what is self-care? Health, I mean, you would know it could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be mental. Right, physical, the well-being, the me that everybody sees, that's the physical. How do we need to put that together? Because we know that an average event planner, in the process of planning, will practically not take sound sleep. What's the definition of sound sleep? A minimum of 8 hours, right? Where you don't have sound sleep, you're already depriving yourself of what an absolute total health is, right? We get that. We also know that when you do not get sound sleep, there's a tendency that stress starts to set in, right? There's also a bit that every little thing you become almost cranky. They're asking you, maybe for instance, let me not even say your staff. Let me say you're home and you're saying, Mommy, you told me to get something from the car. Please, where's the car key? Car key. No, car key. Like, can you get out? Tell me, it's not about the car key. Get it right, you're stressed. Right? And you tend to take it out on every person that comes towards you. Because at that point, hello, car key is the least of my worries. Right? So it's important that we take note of the three parts that make the good health of a human. The physical, the emotional, because you must be in the right state of mind. And the physical, the emotional, and your well-being, general well-being, overall well-being. Now, how can you, just to take it home for the party managers, how can you make that work? So for the physical, you also want to watch what you're eating. You want to be intentional about your sleep pattern. I know it's difficult for event planners, I can tell you that free of charge, but you must be intentional about it. Then how do you inculcate exercise into your daily living? Now, exercise doesn't necessarily mean it's a gym thing, every time I'm going to the gym, or it could just be a breathing exercise. It could just be a brisk walking. It could just be, and then before I leave here, I will teach you the coconut exercise. It's a standing exercise. But you see, it touches every bit of you. So I'm going to teach you what it means to do a coconut exercise, right? So it's important that everybody takes it intentionally to also understand that health is wealth and I am my business. Of course, there's another bit to it, but I'm just going to leave it to the question is asked, and that bit is about the health insurance bit of it, but we'll get there. Thank you.
Decorations, when it comes to having assets in the event industry, God has blessed you. But I'm sure you started somewhere. What helped you in your journey to where you are?
Wow. Thank you so much. I just want to appreciate my dear sister and honorables and my other colleagues that are here. The journey of the journey of courage, started like 25 years ago. And I've not felt that I've been in it for 25 years. I've not felt it. Because I still believe that there's still room for me to move higher and be higher. When I started Courage Event, I was still working in an organization. I was still working in an insurance company. But I had so much passion for the job. I was an AGM, and I just made up my mind I was leaving. And my Oga said, "You are an AGM, you have a car, you have driver, you have this, and you want, is it this cloth?" That's the way he said, "Is it this cloth you want to start fitting?" And I left my job 2009. 2019 date, that's about roughly 16. I've never regretted for one day. So that's just by the way. Now we talk about the stock. I always tell everybody, no matter how small that money they've paid you, no matter how small it is, invest in something. Invest in something. I do rent house a lot. People come in to rent, but I still advise everybody, get something of your own, because you can't keep on, renting, throwing this money out. Before you know it, if you start, little by little, you buy this today, buy that tomorrow. Before you know it, you have something. And a lot of people, there was a time I went to China.
How can event managers, how can they leverage on the social media, to thrive? I don't know whether you get what I'm saying, number one. Number two, you see a whole lot of criticism all over. They'll criticize their public image. How should event managers, how should they handle criticism? How should they handle especially negative criticism, all right, as well as sustaining a positive image out there?
Thank you very much. So I'll start with the second question about maintaining a good public image. So I'll call it maintaining a very good reputation. So I'll use the word reputation, and that would be the onus of the conversation. Number one, like Obalende Suya said, he said brand is more about what people see and what they think about you. Now, how do you don't build those things people think about you, don't feed them directly, but you feed them indirectly. How do we start about that? The first thing you should also note is what the second panelist said about you are your business. So let's kick it off from the first time you get a brief from a client. There's something in business we call expectation management. And that image or reputation starts from that point. What does your client want? Because word of mouth, from what a client's experience look like, is what it tells someone else. It's what it tells someone else, and that is what you get. Now, in expectation management, that would further come back to your reputation is what does the client want? Do you understand it? In most cases, the client majority of us relate with, they give verbal brief. I want to do this. I want to do this. This is how this event wants. This is how I want it. Now, the first thing that will help you to build a very positive reputation is to listen and understand that brief. Where there is, clarity problem, you go back to the client more like, is this what you want? In most cases, I advise put it further in writing. And that will give the client an understanding that, oh, I also want this, I also want this. And then you go back. Where you are such a person that does official email and all that, when a client sends you a voice note or he speaks to you over the phone or text or WhatsApp, convert everything back into that email and say, this is what I understood by your brief. That is the first rule. Number two, ask one fundamental question. In the midst of doing this business, what will get me fired? What will get me penalized? So we don't know that client penalizes us, but we do get penalized. That is when you don't do the activity or the event according to the brief or to the satisfaction of the client. Either it directly penalizes you by not paying you in full, or you do not get what do I call it? A repeat or a referral. You know, the first one is repeat. Number 2 is referral. It can give you a repeat and decide not to feel like, wait, because we have
ensure a balance, between your physical and the other aspect that you talk about, and to sustain that balance, burnout and stress. And then you close that off very briefly with the coconut exercise. All right, please, can you hear me?
All right, then, thank you very much. So first off, I say something about support system. How well do you delegate? You cannot do everything alone. You need to groom people that can work for you, work with you, and understand the vision, understand the end goal. Where people do not understand the end goal, where they don't key into your vision, it's difficult to get them to operate on the same level, which is pretty much what FB said here before she left. So it's very important to have the right support system and delegate where necessary. It's also very important to ensure time management. As a planner, we tend to overflow. As a planner, you would tend to overflog issues just so that the end goal that you have in mind is all stretched out without any creases. Is it possible not to have any creases? I very much doubt that, right? So it's important that we pay attention to the key things and how we want to get to where we want to get to without spending so much time. Are there other tools that we can use? Are there resources that we can leverage on? Do we have peer groups that we can also, bring on board, which is the power of collaboration as mentioned by BZB earlier as well. So there's quite a number of things that, we need to pay attention to just to ensure that we spend less time engaging in stressful matters, but then we can still be as productive as possible using the least possible time. So basically that's what I would say about that. Then for the coconut, we would all need to get up. It's just a few seconds. And so coconut is basically just spelling coconut, right? And we know that the first letter is what? C. So you're going to bend to your left. C. Stretch it out all the way so that you can hear all the sounds on your side. C. Good. Thank you. What's the next letter? So you're going to close your arm and stretch up. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. That is your O. You can feel that behind your legs, right? You can feel it in your arm. Good. The next letter is what? You go to the other side. Exactly. Stretch it out. Can you hear all the crook, 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 crook? Exactly. That's what we're doing. Then for the O, you go again. Go up. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Good. The next letter is what? So we're going for the small letter N, and then you touch your toes. Good. Can you hear all the crack, crack, crack? Can you hear that? Good. Then the next letter is what? U. Now you don't close your fingers together. You just take it up and stretch still. Stretch it out. Good. That's your letter U. And then the T, you stretch out your arms and twist it all over. Good. That's the coconut exercise. Thank you so much.
That was beautiful. Please, let's be seated as a round of the panel discussion. All right, Mommy Courage, I want you to just, in passing, just very briefly, the event industry is just this space. When people are introducing themselves, I'm just new, I'm just coming. But when we think about rental, Courage, these, like now you mentioned all the names, we think about event, Honey event, Tunis event, all these big names. Just this space.
Wow.
For the upcoming,
wow.
What can they do?
There is still space. And the event industry is an industry that can never die. I'm using that word. Yes. It can never die, especially in this part of the world, in Nigeria. We love parties. That's why we don't see war in Nigeria and we can't see war. Because the next thing we hear war, we say, somebody's doing wedding tomorrow. No, we are not fighting. Do you understand? God forbid you will see. And there are so many opportunities in the event industry. I'm telling you. If you look at the average of people that are here today, we are coming from different, we have different different things we are doing. We have caterers, we have MCs. so many places, so many things to do in the industry. There's still space. Even if you start today, I see people that started yesterday and they come to me for rentals. Today they have their own thing. When I started, I couldn't get any job. I couldn't get decoration job. So what I started doing was I started selling flowers. I was only selling flowers because I couldn't get decor work. After selling flowers, I started getting jobs. I did children's party. I had bouncing castles. I had mascots. I had DJ. I had all this musical equipment. So you have so many things to do in the industry. Please don't limit yourself. Think ahead. Think well. Not because somebody is doing that particular thing. You think about the purpose that God has called you into that space. Think about it. What has God called me to do in this space? As much as possible, don't copy anybody. Sit down, think. Just one more thing. When I started, I didn't start with rentals because I didn't like giving my things to people because they bring it back and it's fault. So most of the time, I want to use my things myself and by myself alone. Until one day, I just heard, why don't you start rentals? And that was a turn for me. Everything turned around for me. And so I'm encouraging everybody. Think about it. You need to think. You need to stay in the, I'm sorry, I have to use God. You have to stay in the presence of God. Let God teach you the way. Don't copy. You can look at them, you can look at what people are doing so that you can get inspiration. But as much as possible, be your original self.
Asked earlier about navigating the media generally. You are running in an industry where your face is meant to be out there, your face is your craft, your delivery is your craft. Right. So, I've seen a lot of events and management companies, videos, pictures. They are not vexed, they don't vex them before they go out. So in most cases, as you record, you just post. No, take a time, review them, that if you were to watch this, will you like to see ordinary nylon on this rug in your video itself is a put off. So it says something about attention to details. So you may just see the razzmatazz of the event is what you are showing, but little things like that matters. Number two, back to my earlier statement about reputation. Try and ensure, as much as you want to make profit, and you must make profit, treat clients' money as your money. Would you pay this amount if you were the client? So you must gauge the clientele and also the costing. So the media is a very interesting place today, and it is moving. 10 years ago, TikTok was not a thing. 30 years ago, Facebook was crawling. You have all sorts today. Virtually anything you want to do, if we know how much people use even Snapchat, even just if it's just to take pictures, because they probably have one of the best, filter to take pictures. And you can say a lot of stories there, and you can import it and export it to wherever. Also, try and ensure that you have partnership with media companies. A lot of these media companies, from Goldmine to Orishile, right? Orishile. I mean, like quite a lot of them, that what they do is cover events. You can become, so imagine how many of your own events that your client did not pay the media company for. You decide to pay them. But then, basic, tagging, keep your name in the mind of people. It says it goes a long way. Those are basic things, just like every other thing you see is a joke everywhere. that you are invited to an event. Once you get to the event, the first thing you look out for is 1,000 naira you give to who? A server, right? What does that server do for you? It takes care of you. How do you treat the media? So you notice that originally is the one covering this event. It's the client that pays. So imagine it's come to your setup and says, "See how beautiful so and so event setup." It's just done basic, and because it's going to do like 12 posts from that event. And you know, so it goes a long way. And so it's basic, you know, public relation engagement kind of a thing. You are not going over the board other than focus on that area of projecting your business. At the end of the day, look good, look well, and again, don't look stressed at the event. You are not the one, as the lead, you are not the one seen running from pillar to pole always. It says a lot about your reputation that you have not planned, whereas you are invited to be a planner. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, let's celebrate the panelists. Let's celebrate them. All right. Yes, please.
That health is wealth.
Okay.
Let's know that health is uncertain.
Okay.
And let's know that healthcare is expensive. The event planning field is not naturally a pensionable job, right? So let's be intentional about voluntary contributions for the later days, and let's invest in health insurance that can give you room to access healthcare, quality and affordable healthcare for the span of at least a year without out-of-pocket expenses. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Mr. Odebomi, it's a pleasure having you here. We appreciate your input. Mrs. Sally, thank you so much for your contribution to this. Mommy Courage, we always have you around. The Lord will strengthen you. Mr. Adeneko Agba, thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing with us. We have to have everyone here. Please, ladies and gentlemen, once
And if I play back that tape, where you had that very first one, I don't think it was more than this place we're standing. And look at what you've done.
Olaide Lawal. Johnson Ekpango. Fọláṣadé Akínbọ̀wálé. Ẹ ti pè yẹn náà ẹ, mo ti pè yẹn náà ẹ. Fọláléke. Mobolaji Ladipo. Kẹ́hìndé Abíọ́lá. Adékúnlé Oyúndàmọ́lá. Abídèmí Àrẹ̀ó. Allen Morayo. Adémọ́lá Odúpẹ́sọ̀. Ọlájúmọ̀kẹ́ Ibùsóyè. Bùsáyọ̀ Débògbé. Adédọ́lá.
Now welcome to come out later. This is Shrine of Pakistan. She's a member of the Board of Trustees. We are both doing the introductions. Okay, don't worry, don't say anything. Okay, by the power conferred on us as members of Board of Trustees, we hereby induct you as members of Acting Managers Association of Nigeria. You are welcome to come. Okay, let me just one or two things to say. Today, you have become a bona fide member of PAMCOM. Bona fide member and certified member. If you are still on that platform, we have not inducted you. You have not become a member yet. You are just a visitor on that platform. So for some of us who I told some people called me yesterday and said, oh, they can only attend again. I said, this conference is mainly for you, not the dinner, because this is your own event for you to be inducted as a member. You are welcome once again and be active on the platform. We all heard what both speakers said. It's not enough for you to be on the platform for being safe. Be active. I know I've worked with a lot of people on that platform. Even if I've not worked with anyone, maybe the day was not sealed. So try as much as possible. And it's about you. If you're on the platform, you are not putting your effort or you are not putting your contribution, there is no way we can do it. May God bless you.
Raise up.
Number one, nothing less.
Please don't go yet, yo. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Repeat after me. Today, the 12th day of November. Of November 2024. I pledge my loyalty.
Your name.
I pledge my loyalty to PAMA. I'll be committed to excellence and professionalism. So help me God. So when we say PAMA, you say excellence with profession. PAMA!
Excellence with professionalism. PAMA!
Yeah, my name is Maruf Adeneko, the MD of PR Red Line. Attending PAMA event has been very rewarding in terms of knowledge. Listening to speakers and other panelists at this conference has been very refreshing. I've learned quite a lot, and I'm meeting a lot of new event managers and those that has been there for a while. It's been a very good one, and I hope the knowledge gathered from here will be useful for everyone that has attended. Thank you very much.
I'm Olajumoke Salih, the founder of Charitable Network for Community Empowerment, invited here today to speak about the importance of self-care and investing in health insurance. So it's been an amazing time out here at PAMCOM4.0, and we just wanted to tell everybody that health is wealth, health is uncertain, and healthcare is expensive. So it's important to take good care of yourself and also invest in health insurance so you do not have to incur out-of-pocket expenses that can be very far-reaching. So basically, it's been an amazing time out with party planners here today, and I know they definitely are not going home empty-handed, but something that can be useful for them even as professionals in their field. Thank you very much.
Family of 6 is actually 80,000 naira. So we are calling on people that live and work in the Lagos State to come on board.
Anthony Mokwelola. Adejumot Timothy. Emmanuel Adebaju. Bola Shadeyakin Wimbola.
All right. Are we ready for the question of the game?
Give me the second letter. The third letter. The next one. The last one. That spells.
Please don't forget when you're posting online, hashtag PAMCOM4.0, and follow on Instagram at PAMCOM4.0.ng. Instagram handle, PAMCOM4.0.ng. That is the Instagram handle. PAMCOM4.0.ng. John Patrick.
It's celebration time. Sunday, everybody can come out. It's celebration time. I like it. Thank God for PAMCOM4.0. It's celebration time. Celebration time. Thank you, DJ.
I'm the CEO of Onibus Events.
I'm also the chairman, Board of Trustees, Party Managers Association of Nigeria.
Okay, briefly tell us about this conference.
Well, this conference is the 4th edition, and it's basically for all events service provider in the industry to come together under one umbrella to learn, relearn, and unlearn. So this is the 4th edition we are doing since the inception of PAMAN, and you can say that we had a lot of speakers that came around. They were able to teach people, they were able to share their experiences with every participant here today.
Okay, today was wonderful. So what should we be expecting for tomorrow?
Tomorrow is loaded. Tomorrow is for the dinner where we are coming together to ease all our attention, to come together, to meet one another, to network, to celebrate, to collaborate, and to connect with people. Tomorrow we have raffle draw, we have the dinner, the award section. We are actually honoring a lot of people from different industries in Nigeria tomorrow. So tomorrow is loaded. It's not even permanent. If you are a professional of any field, you must, I want to use the word must now, you must belong to a professional body. Because you learn from a lot of people, you connect with people, you do networking. You can't do it alone. You can't live alone. You can't work alone. If you want to work very fast, like one of the speakers said, you have to work with people. You can't do it alone. You can't run your life alone. So it's for you to belong to this association, Party Manager Association. It's one of the best we have in Nigeria, because what we do, we collaborate, we connect, and we celebrate. We do a lot of things together. We work together as a family, as a team in PAMAN.
Okay, lastly, ma'am, where do we see this association in the next 2-3-5 years?
In the next 2-3-5 years is far. Next year, come 5th edition of Party Manager Association of Nigeria conference, known as PAMCOM. It is going to be great. You see, what you can see today, we are expecting much more better than that. We are encouraging a lot of people. We are just charging token for this conference. What we are giving is more than what we are giving out. What the people are paying is more than what we are giving out. We are not basically using this as a yardstick for business, but we are just using it for people to learn from us.